Spirit Tribe, Gigi here with Spirit Readings, and I'm so glad and so happy that you're able to join me here today, taking a look at the month of November for Capricorn. So wherever you happen to have a Capricorn in your birth chart, or if you're just wanting to check in on a Capricorn, hello and welcome. So happy to have you here. What are you thankful for? Where can you show more gratitude? Look at her arms spread out big and wide there. All right, and number 14, gratitude. Find reasons to be grateful for everything in your life. All things are possible with the infinite spirit's help and guidance. Be grateful for your family, friends, home, work, and financial blessings. Your only burden is your attitude when things don't go your way. When you decide not to let things get you down, you invite in happier times and more opportunities. The universal law of like attracts like is at play here. Life is constantly changing, so fill yours with gratitude. The affirmation: I am filled with gratitude and live my life in joy. And some good crystals to use while you meditate, while you manifest all of your blessings, everything you have to be grateful and thankful for, are iolite, sunstone, and rose quartz. I am filled with gratitude and live my life in joy. Yes, love it. Please keep in mind that there are so many of us, so not everything may resonate, and that's perfectly okay. You can just set it to the side for someone else or for later even. You know, it may make more sense as events continue to unfold. Anything and everything is possible when we believe. So if it doesn't apply, you just go on ahead and you let her fly. No harm, no foul, no big deal. If you are new here, please keep in mind that I have had strokes, so you know that can really affect my memory. I can struggle to find my words or even get them out. I do get tongue-tied. I also have tremors, which can make shuffling and gripping onto things a bit of a challenge for me, especially when it feels like I'm being zapped in my hands. You know, whenever that happens, I tend to drop whatever I'm holding, cards included. I also have glaucoma, so sometimes I do have to bring things a little closer to my face so I can see it properly. So just bear with me, you guys. You know, the messages get out the way that they are meant to eventually, right? Okay. Everything that you need to know about me, about this channel, you can find that in that description box down below, especially if you would like to book a personal private reading with me, if you would like to purchase something from my wish list, like a card deck or a candle, something for my family, something for my fur babies, or if you would just like to make a donation, that can all be found in that description box down below. So make sure you check that out. All right, before we get into cards, we are going to get a word message from the spirit board. As you can see, we do have a ring of words here, so that is what spirit picked for the month of November. So all right, spirit, November 2025 for Capricorn, a word message. What is it that Capricorn needs to know? Ooh, we get reap coming in here. So, you know, before we get to where we can reap, we first have to plant our seeds. We have to nourish them. We have to take care of them, encourage them to grow. So, you know, if you don't like what you've been reaping, if you don't like what's been coming your way, really check in with yourself. What are you putting out into the environment? You know, is it good things? Is it positive things? Or is it not so good things or negative things. You know, be more mindful and aware that you are literally manifesting all the time. So you really have to check in with your thoughts, your feelings, you know, because they factor in. It's not just the words you are speaking. So if you want to reap that bountiful harvest, you have to plant good seeds in fertile soil, you guys, and take care of them. And the day you plant is not the day you reap. You know, you have to give things a chance to grow big and strong. So, all right, you know, some things take a lot longer than others, and you know, patience is not always easy, but it's necessary. So, all right, let's get some The Answer is Simple Oracle here for you, Capricorn. What a powerful message from the word reap. So what does Capricorn need to know for November? You know, get back to basics, make things a little easier on yourself. Ooh, and right here, a number 47, decide the outcome. You know, it's your choice, you guys. So you absolutely do decide how the outcome is going to be. So have it work in your favor, have it work for you instead of against you. We have a number 25, fill the well. So you have to constantly keep pouring back into your own self so you don't get depleted. All right, we have a number 62, share your gifts. So you know, share your wisdom, share your knowledge. You know, it's not just monetary things only, you guys. You know, it could be as simple as sharing a meal with someone. You don't know how that may have impacted their life for the better. You know, they may have been about to give up, and you just sent them a ray of hope. You sent them a lifeline, and you didn't even know, you guys. So how many times are we ourselves blessings in disguise in the lives of other people? We also have a number 40, say thank you. You know, from all the joy and all the love inside of you, let someone know how grateful and thankful you are for them, that they are an added blessing in your life, and you love and appreciate them so very much. All right, let's see what's going on in the love department for you this month of November, Capricorn. So this can include yourself, family, friends, significant other, literally anywhere that you have love. So if you're like, hey Gigi, I really love my job, I really love the people I get to work with, the people I get to interact with, I really love my hobbies, then guess what? That is all included. All right, we have older man, dealings or relationship with an older man. So this can be anywhere in your relationships. It could even be yourself if you're like, you know what, I do identify as an older man. I always say the first person that comes to mind is usually who that is. We do have this wall for misunderstandings. So, you know, misunderstandings happen. We have this pail. It is time to get out of a situation. So, not painting a very good picture here, because we also have this cat for a two-faced friend. So someone's in your face acting one way, and then behind your back, you know, you got a case of the fake people, you guys. So you may have to cut this person out, and all of that could be around this older man as well. You know, there are so many of us, so the possibilities are literally endless here. All right, let's see what's going on in career and finances for you for this month of November, Capricorn. I always like to know what's going on with my money, honey. I'm always like, hey, yo, give me $1 million. You know, like how nice would it be if you woke up and there's just $1 million sitting in all of your accounts? I'd be like, I manifested that. I sure did. Show me the money. All right. Oop. See? Can't hold on. We have the boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. So, you know, big boots to fill, right? But you are more than capable. You have the pig. Beware of greed. So, you know, don't get greedy, you guys. That comes pride before downfall, right? And greed can lead to this bear, which says danger, especially in money matters. So I feel like if you give into greed, that's when that bear shows up. But you also have the camel. Persevere and you will overcome problems. So, you know, just like the camel is built for his environment, you are built for yours. You can withstand. You can persevere, you guys. You know, maybe you have to pick yourself up by them bootstraps and keep going. I mean, you're the mountain goat. Come on, you know you can get up the mountains with grace and ease, man. They sure do make it look easy, don't they? All right, let's see what's going on in life for you this month of November, Capricorn. You know, life do be lifing a little too hard sometimes. You know, your girl here is like, hey, yo, life, why don't you pump your brakes and use some Vaseline? And life's like, nah, bro, you can handle it. And I'm like, just because I can don't mean I want to, you know. And those cards were ready to do the talking there, you guys. And I want to coast on Easy Street. You know, that sounds good to me. You have the hills. There are obstacles to overcome, but like we've already said, you are the mountain goat. You're built for your environment, you guys. You have the flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Instead of lowering your standards, letting someone drain you, make them rise to where you are. And if they can't, great, fine. You keep going, though. You have the shield. You need to defend yourself. I mean, that really came up in the love department. You know, a misunderstanding can quickly turn really bad really quick. But you also have the caterpillar. I can't even talk today. Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. If you've never heard that song, I think it's Sam Cooke, A Change Gonna Come. Oh man, that is such a powerful song. I have been drawn to that song so much lately. But you know, the caterpillar knows that it's the beautiful butterfly, so it does everything it can to prepare for going into the cocoon. It eats all the yummy food that it can find. You know, it mentally and emotionally prepares, and then once it's ready, it emerges on the other side as the beautiful butterfly. It spreads its beautiful wings and it flies, you guys. And you get to choose what kind of butterfly you are. So, hey, you got that. All right, let's get some messages from the moon. The moon is all about changes in our lives. You know, the moon herself goes through her changes, her cycles, her phases from new to full. She is beautiful, wonderful, and amazing in whatever phase she happens to be in, and so are you. So let's get some messages from Mama Moon for Capricorn for this month of November. Let's see what you need to know here. You have a number 2, new moon for beginnings. So, you know, maybe you're starting all over again, you guys, but it's perfectly okay. You know, as we go along, we go through changes. The caterpillar, the moon, 27, waning crescent for release. And ooh, that is beautiful. I don't know if you can see all of those butterflies there, but you know, butterflies showing up for you in a big way. They are a sign of transformation and change. So, all right. Number 2, new moon beginnings. You are offered a fresh start. Your journey is beginning. Take the first steps towards something new. It is time to place emphasis on your health and well-being. Keep feeling your well. And the affirmation, I accept and rejoice in renewal and beginnings. Your companion stone or metal is celestine. I accept and rejoice in renewal and beginnings. Yes, love it. All right. Number 27, waning crescent for release. Let it go. Just like Elsa, let it go, let it go. It is time to release anything that does not serve you. Old negative habits do not engage you anymore as the payoff is not enough. You are ready to make room for bigger, brighter, more aligned things. You know, you have evolved, you guys. So what served you in the past, or what fed you, you know, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, is no longer enough. If you keep trying, you will end up malnourished, okay? The affirmation, I freely release what I no longer need. The companion stone or metal is smoky quartz. I freely release what I no longer need. And you know, you let it go in love and light, and you thank it for, you know, serving you for as long as it did, for serving its purpose, and you know how grateful and thankful and blessed you are because of it. All right, and then you're gonna reap better, bigger, better, brighter, more aligned things for yourself. All right, let's get an Angel Answers Oracle here. Maybe you have questions, and this is a way for your guides and your angels to connect with you, to give you an answer. You know, for this month of November for you, Capricorn. Ooh, within the next few weeks. So whenever you happen to come across this message, something is happening for you within the next few weeks. That bigger, brighter, more aligned thing is on its way. Patience, young grasshopper. All right, let's get some daily healing mini deck messages here for you for this month of November, Capricorn. Let's see what you need to know here. All right, we have to feel your innate sense of truth, develop open-mindedness. Do not be close-minded. Ooh, look at that. I love that scenery there. We have take time to tune into your body and recognize the messages it's trying to send you. You may have to go somewhere quiet, away from the crowd, in order to do this. So, you know, maybe you need a little rest, a little relaxation, a little time to tune in with your star player. All right, let's get some the language of flowers mini deck messages here for you for this month of November, Capricorn. Gonna pick you some flowers here. Who doesn't like flowers? Well, I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that don't, but I mean, I'm picking these for you, me and Spirit, so hey. All right, we have the Camellia for peace. Be calm, and calm will come. Ooh, yes, I love it. We also have Agapanthus, words of love. Speak with your heart. Speak love over yourself. speak life over yourself, over others, the situations, you guys, you know, a little love goes a long way. All right, we're going to get your bonus from the Animal Tarot. Thank you so much for running the numbers up on last month's reading. Who would like to be Capricorn's spirit guide for the month of November? We have the Three of Summer, the hummingbird. You have an exciting reason to celebrate, such as an engagement, wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. Remember to cherish those you love. Yes, you guys, you know, pour more love in, and more love finds its way back to you. So yeah, you decide the outcome. You know, you have choices, and each choice you make decides the outcome. So continuously fill your own well, share your gifts. Like I said, it doesn't have to be material things. And make sure you're showing your thankfulness, you're showing your gratitude, you guys, and know that you can get through any storm that comes your way. All right, Capricorn, these are your messages. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please drop me a comment down below. Let me know. Make sure you smash the heck out of that like button, that old thumbs up button down there. Hit it with the razzle dazzle. If you haven't already and you find you keep coming back here, please subscribe to the channel, you guys. That truly means so very much to me. I love growth. I love expansion. I love being able to interact with all of you. It really does bring a lot of joy into my life. You know, you are part of the teamwork that makes this dream work. I wouldn't be able to do it without all of you. Capricorn, from the bottom of my heart, I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. And I want to say thank you. Blessed be. Namaste and goodbye.